everybody, welcome to day 3 of Vlogmas 2024. Today I have a DIY for you where I'm going to show you how I make my own sparkly pinecone tree picks using beech branches, little hemlock pine cones, the teeny tiny mini ones, hot glue, and German glitter glass. Before I jump in, I just want to remind you that all of my AdSense for December is going to be donated to Alley Cat Allies. So thank you so much to those of you who are letting the ads roll. I really appreciate that. Now let's get into the project. So I'm pointing out the V's or the notches in the branch. This is where I'm going to place the pine cones. You don't actually need a lot for this project, maybe 8 per stem, depending on how full you like it. So if you buy one of those little packs they sell at like Michael's or other craft stores, you probably could get quite a few out of it. And there are probably people on Etsy and other platforms that sell them. I like to start with medium-sized cones in the center, put smaller ones toward the tip, and larger ones coming in on the stem toward the base. I'm just going to put a bead of glue here and gently press the pine cone against that glue. And there was enough glue coming through that I think I'll be able to use that for the opposing pine cone. I'm just bracing it with my fingertip there so I don't push it right off the stem, and very carefully pressing them together. They're pretty flexible, but you can crush them if you're not careful. So there we go, 2 little pine cones in opposition, straddling the notch in the branch there. And I'm just going to keep on going down the stem, choosing slightly larger pine cones as I go. That's just the way that I like it, but you can do whatever you like as far as the sizes go. And this one didn't have quite enough for me to use on the other piece, so I'm just going to add a little more glue there, press the new one on, and just again gently press the 2 of them together, taking advantage of the surface area of those branches so that I have some stability. And as I'm looking at it, I actually think I should put a 3rd one there. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick out another one that looks a pretty similar size and just have 3 in this particular section. There is no rule book to this. Just do what you like, what looks nice to you. The picks in the store certainly are not botanically accurate, so I don't think you need to get too bent out of shape about how perfect this looks, and I'm not trying to do that either. I'm just trying to give a nod to some pine cones on a branch that goes on my Christmas tree. And for years I used these plain like this, and they're beautiful this way. But this year I decided I wanted to jazz them up a little bit for a tree that I'm doing next. And so I'm going to use this spray paint that I had on hand. It's Satin Finish Champagne. And here we go. I've already done the branches and I'm showing you once they're dry. I didn't thoroughly coat these. I left some spots a little bit lighter, some a little bit heavier, excuse me. They look quite pretty this way, but I'm also going to add some of my German glitter glass to these to make them sparkly. So I've got a little bit of tacky glue on the plate there. In the past, I have used Mod Podge. Pretty much any white glue in my experience works just fine for this. I just want to get it on the tips and a little bit on the sides. And then I'm going to take my German glitter glass and sprinkle it right on the fresh glue. Now, if you've seen any of my other German glitter glass videos, you know I've tried doing this a few different ways, sometimes with a spoon. I did even try it with a shaker, as was suggested by a commenter. And what I really like the best is to just wear gloves and control the glitter with my fingertips and just sprinkle it exactly where I want. It seems to work the best for me, but go ahead and experiment, of course, with what seems to work best for you. So I'm just going to work my way up the branch. I'm going to go section by section because I want the glue to be damp and fresh enough to really grab onto this glass glitter. And doing it over a piece of paper like this means that when I'm done, I can just pick that piece of paper up and dump everything right back into the bag that I didn't use. It really helps keep the waste down. One thing I've also started to do is I have started to seal these. And I do that with hairspray, as was suggested by a commenter. It works fantastic. You could also use a clear matte spray or a satin spray by Mod Podge. They have good sealants. It just helps the glitter glass stay on a little bit better. I've used these for years and not had much trouble with shedding, but if it's something you're concerned about, then it's a great extra step to just lock things in and keep them in place a little bit more permanently. I'm personally fine with using glitter glass in my house. I vacuum a lot. I don't have any trouble with my cats having any problems with it. And here they are after drying. They look even better in person. I don't know why it wasn't coming through super well on camera here. But I have a feeling that these are going to absolutely knock our socks off with the tree that I'm going to be putting them in next. I am so excited to use these. I did stick a couple in the garland to just kind of give you an idea. So I hope you'll come back and see the way that I use them in the tree that I'm going to be putting up in the dining room in the next couple days. I'm going to go make a whole bunch more of these, and I will see you in tomorrow's video.